Today I actually want to dive into a crucial concept that can really make or break your demos called the so what test. The so what test is a simple but powerful way to evaluate the effectiveness of your product demo, and it's based on the idea that after every key point that you're making, your audience should never be thinking, well, so what? Why does this all matter to me? And if they are, you've already failed the test. So in essence, the so what test challenges you to continuously demonstrate the value and relevance of your product to your prospect's specific needs and pain points. So why is it important? Well, passing the so what test is crucial because it, number one, keeps your audience engaged. Number two, demonstrates your understanding of the business. Three, clearly communicates the value of your solution. And four, increases the likelihood of moving the sale forward. So now that you know what's important, here's 5 tips on how you can structure your demo to pass that so what test. So starting with tip number 1, start with the customer, not your product. You really want to begin by thoroughly understanding your prospect's business, challenges and goals. You ideally need to frame your entire demo around solving their specific problems. And to give an example, this might sound like, based on what you told me about your inventory management challenges, let me show you how our system can reduce your stockouts by about 30%. Tip number 2 is to use the feature, benefit, value framework. Now, for each feature you demonstrate, immediately follow with its benefit and concrete value. And to avoid any doubt, I'll recap what each element means. The feature will be what your product does. Benefit will be how it helps. Value is the quantifiable impact in the business. So to give an example, our real-time inventory tracking feature allows you to know exactly what's in stock at all times, which can reduce carrying costs by up to 20%. Now, a lot of times I see SEs do feature benefit quite well, but they failed to get to the value piece. Tip number 3 is to customize your demo scenarios. Now, if possible, use your prospect's actual data or create scenarios that closely mirror the situation. If you don't have the time to customize your demo environment, your talk track should include terminology that your customer uses to show how your solution solves their specific problems in their specific context. And again, an example would be, let's use your company's actual sales data from the last quarter to show how our forecasting tool would have predicted the supply chain issues that you've encountered. Tip number 4 is to incorporate frequent checkpoints. You regularly want to pause to confirm relevance and understanding as you're proceeding through your demo. You want to ask questions that tie back to their specific goals and challenges. An example could be, like we've just covered how our system automates purchase orders, but how do you see this fitting into your goal of reducing the entire procurement cycle time? And tip number 5 is to end with a clear value-driven summary. So you really want to recap the key points, always tying them back to your prospect's needs. You ideally want to quantify the potential impact wherever possible. So an example, to summarize what we've shown, how our solution can address your 3 main pain points. 1, reduce your stockouts by 30%. 2, cutting your carrying costs by 20%. And also automating 80% of your purchase order process. Together, these improvements have the potential to save your company over $500,000 annually. Now remember, passing the so what test is about constantly demonstrating relevance and value. And by following these tips, you'll create demos that resonate with your prospects, keep them engaged, and ultimately drive your sales success.